Okay, so I've been railing against the good evil false binary for a long time. But in this video, I'm gonna go even further. Okay? I'm stating that the good evil binary is genocidal at its core. It's a genocidal ideology and mindset that leads to genocide. Okay? On top of preventing anyone from being held accountable for anything. Because what the good evil false binary states is that a person or a group of people can only be either totally good or totally bad. And there are subsets of the good evil false binary, extensions of it, such as a person or a group of people can only ever be either victims or villains, but never both at the same time. Okay? That means you cannot hold anybody accountable for anything anymore, because if you hold them accountable for any bad behavior, this is where people go into what's so-called fragility. They become defensive, because even though you're holding them accountable for a specific action or a specific mindset or idea or ideology, they make it about you calling the entirety of who they are as evil, and therefore not deserving to live. Because you see, they project their mindset onto you, because it's how they behave. Because in their minds, everyone is either good or bad. So if you hold them accountable for anything, they get defensive. They're like, oh, you're calling me a bigot? No, I'm calling your behavior, your mindset, or your action as bigoted. And yes, sometimes if there is a repetitive, consistent pattern of you having bigoted ideas, I'm going to call that out too. But that doesn't mean I think the entirety of you is evil or bigoted. I think everyone is a mixture of good and bad qualities. But you can't see that. Conversely, so this is why it's sometimes even hard for women and other genders to report assault or rape, right? Because it's, I had a friend tell me like, oh, like he did this to me, but I think he's still a good person. And I had to really teach her that he's neither a good person nor a bad person. He's just a person that needs to be held accountable for what he did. That's all. Now, why is this a genocidal ideology though? Let me explain. It's genocidal because now you can label an entire group of people as evil just for being who they are, whether it's by the color of their skin, uh, by their religion, or whatever. And you can label yourself as a good person, or your group as a group of good people. So you're now the in group, and then you have the out group. But here's the thing: by its very nature, for the good evil false binary to survive, you need an in group. And because you need an in group, you need to keep creating an out group. Because for you to see yourself as a good person, you need other people to be bad, to be evil, who need to be then exterminated at its worst. At best, they need to be discriminated or be in the outskirts of your town or your country or your neighborhood. They need to be away from your sight, but still within your awareness so that you have something to compare yourself with or somebody to compare yourself with. See how twisted that is? And then when you start reading up or watching about geopolitics with that mindset, it becomes a football match for you or a movie that you watch with popcorn, with the side to take that you cheer on and another side that you boo, that you jeer, that you go, look at those barbarians, look at those savages, or look at those heroes, look at those resistance fighters. It's just a fucking movie to you, which is why you keep comparing it, comparing various geopolitical situations with Hunger Games or Star Wars, and you get mad that people don't see it the same way. You get mad that some people have more nuance. This is why you can't even comprehend that a victim of one group can simultaneously be perpetrators of another group. You can't even comprehend that. And because you can't even comprehend that, you erase entire groups of people in your narrative when it's not convenient to your narrative that one group can only be ever, forever victims and never perpetrators, never villains. And then you go into a media frenzy that destabilizes and destroys various countries. You keep doing that because of this mindset. Get over it. Get over it. Stop it. It's time for you to decolonize from the good, evil, false binary. All right, peace.